walked over, picked up his loot, smacked him in the face with it. Sun's Quest. Do you hear that, boy? The sounds of our enemies crumbling beneath our very weight of our bullets, piercing through their hearts and through their grotesque skull. That, my dog meat, is what's called victory for us. We do not need settlers. We don't need anyone but ourselves and our wit. You're an exception because you are just pretty. Anyway, dog meat, since we have a long way to travel, I'm going to tell you a story about Bran'dar and Sonmantha, brothers intertwined with hatred and greed and jealousy. Yes, the list could go on, but I won't bore you with the details such as those. And if you're wondering who Bran'dar is created from the world in Morrowind from the very genius mind of Dayton. And Dayton stars in his own YouTube channel called Dayton Does Gaming. For those of you who don't know who Dayton Does Gaming, here's a awesome thing about him. His Morrowind Let's Play with Bran'dar made it on WatchMojo.com with top 5 Let's Roleplay. So if you don't know who that is, I'll put the link in the description to his channel and to the video. WatchMojo and Dayton Does Gaming are fantastic channels. Check them out. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Now you know who Bran'dar is. Where he comes from. Ha. Ha 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 ha. Now, let's get back to the show. Shut up, Dark Man. It was a story, not easily told, but I'm the one that knows the great detail. Of course, he would say otherwise, but take it from me first. Hear me out on this interesting story.
That you gotta make up, bitch! That ain't good enough. You can't tell my story. Ha! Let me tell you about how I met my wife.
You always talk about your wife. Now, females need to rely on their own, but if they get enough money, like the other males, then they will divorce and happily not ever after. Anyway, let the man... What the hell? Oh my, let's proceed, Sonmantha. Anyway, sorry about that. Little Wayne, you'll have to hear my story, okay? Anyway, wait, you're Sonmantha too. Sorry, I get a little excited. So, like I said, a tale to behold. It all started one morning. Bran'dar was playing a song along with his little lute. Ah, the lute. Such peaceful tune he would play, I say. But me, on the other hand, I do not find such lute playing to be, how do you say, a calling to the masses? Fuck, I don't know. But let's just say it's just not my style to live with, you know. It may allure women, but when you show them who you really are, that's where it stops. Now, swords and the gun. Now that's where the real adventure begins. Not in your songs and dance. That's stuff you do in taverns. But with your sword and gun. Like the great wise Gandalf said, it's not in your books. It's out there. Adventure-wise. So, anyway, one morning, like I said, he was playing his tune. I was practicing my sword skills outside. Well, I usually play.
Ha, yeah, and I was checking you out, man. You haven't met me yet.
Shut up! Telling the story. So, usually we do this every day, you know, because our father and mother train us on such extreme things. As you can tell, mother was the singer, father was the warrior. You get it. You know where the traits come from. Such distasteful times. So, as you all know, we hail from a cat race. A kitty race. Kitty. Well, Bran'dar does. Truth be told, I am his stepbrother. Mother is a kitty. Mother is a pussy. Daddy is male, human. Ha! Bet you didn't know that, right? Anyway. So, you can only imagine what a human and cat relationship might bring to this world, especially two males. We never got along. That's why I'm the shooter and he's the singer. You think these two would go well, but they didn't. Bran'dar and I never got along. We were both greedy after one thing, our ambition. Our ambition would get in the way of it. His or my ambition. But, like that morning, I'll never forget it. He would just come outside, sing his fairy tunes, like he owned the place. And he knows I hate it when he sings when I'm training. But he went too far. He sang the most... I will admit, it was a diverse rhyme, and it did speak the truth. But the truth hurts! And we all know that. Like the fire that burns within us. Sometimes it erupts too far. And it'll burn everything around us. And we just watch the ashes fall on our very toes. And we catch our breath and realize the sweat on our brow is too heavy to relax. And we must just move on past the carnage. So, that's what happened with him and I. He sang such distasteful, diverse rhymes, if that makes sense. Talking about how I don't like his race, I never treated him well. Even though I'm his little brother. He's the older brother. I respect him so much, but he saw as he did not see what I saw. He would talk of my father, saying that he controlled me and forced me to do things, of course, against my own will, as a warrior and a sharpshooter. But I made that choice, but he did not see it that way. So I gave him a taste of his own medicine. I walked over, picked up his lute, smacked him in the face with it, and threw his lute with such vanity and no remorse. And broke it on the ground, stepped on it, gave him the head, and things were never the same after that. Moving on. Bran'dar left that day and never returned. But I've heard rumors and tales, as I said before, that he is in a deep coma and hasn't awoken yet. They say he speaks of living in a land known as Morrowind, in the world of Tamriel. I know no such thing, but I must find my brother, because this is something that I should not take lightly, but I know he's out there in this world. I'll find him, I swear. I swear! I swear to the stars of Odin! And Thor and Loki look down upon me. And God and Buddha and Allah, yeah, all the above. Whoever you believe, but it doesn't matter, just believe me. Now, you know the tale. Of course, there was much greater detail, but I summarized it, just for your interest. Now, along the way, you'll definitely know more about me and Bran'dar's relationship, but watch what Bran'dar does. That's a perfect example. Watch what he does, if you know where he's at. Oh! I'm sorry. Yes, the door is quite large. How do we get in? Don't know. By the way, what is your name? Lady of the Red Coat. Fine garments you have for being such a stray dog outside the master's home. Sorry, that was a good one. I'm sorry. You say your name's Piper. I see. Well, seems you're a bit of a, pickle here. Pickle Piper. Danny, let this lady in. She needs to come in. She apparently has some things she needs to do. But don't we all have things to do? I'm living outside of these secure walls that live so fast. By the way, what the fuck is Diamond City? A rock? As a city? I find that... Maybe I'm taking this too literal, but... I've been asleep for so long, Piper. Oh, the green jewel. Site, you say? Big wall, I got that. Working, plumbing, schools? Ah. Security goons. Ha. Gotta love the security goons. They never change. Just like the Brotherhood. Those people. They let them all die. They let them all die, Piper. Sorry. It's been so long. Hey. Come on, dog meat. Just like any other woman. Always leading the way, expect a man to follow. Well, this time I'll let it slide. And look what we have here. A man of stature and position. Fancy little hat you got with a rose. Yellow rose stands for friendship. But it could be an orange rose. I don't know. It could be very dirty. I don't fucking care. Tyrant mayor. Well, it's not my business to pry. So I could care less about your problems. I know who you are. I saw you in one of the papers on the floor. Somewhere in the Commonwealth, I can't remember, but it had to have been before my story. My money? What money do I have? The only prized possession I wouldn't say owned, but my wife. My wife is the most important, and I don't care about this. No, it's not that, Piper. Pipe down. Look, I don't have time for this. I'm looking for someone. Can you help me? I was told to come here by Preston. Do you know Preston? Who? My son, Sean. He's less than a year old. Does that startle you?
Your son's missing?
Didn't you just say that? Anyway, I don't listen to either of you. All I want to do is find my son. Can you point the way? Who can help me? Let's see if I can persuade this man. Aha. Nick Valentine. Ooh, such a fancy name of sorts. Ha, you said it, detective of sorts. I haven't seen a detective yet during my travels. This ought to be interesting. You definitely brush your teeth, girl. Anyway, I shall be on my way. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, dog meat needs to use the restroom. I need to buy food. Get to drink. It's been a long day of storytelling to my dog. I've been talking to my fucking dog. Can we go now? My gun needs some, training. It's still new on my hands. Yes, you are impressed. Pretty soon I will fuck you. But. Anyway. Dog, what are you doing in the house? Stay out of there. You dirty dog. Smoking on the job. What? What? Are you a pyro? Matza of magical sorts? Dog meat, you put out his flame. How do you... Oh, so it was dog meat. Haha, I knew my eyes couldn't deceive me like that. You must be Danny. I don't care what you have to say. I'm going on in, finding this Nick Valentine. Oh my! What a marvelous structure! Bran'dar would be pleased to play his tunes here. I still never forget the song he said about me. Dogmeat, we shall stay very cautious, although this may look like a structured settlement. Dog secrets lurk about. It's always a wonder why things stay so secure. Well, I have a feeling we'll find out soon enough. So, let's continue with the rain on my skin and the pollution from my anger.